Alright, what's up everybody, ABC here, and today we are actually going to be doing the Ashland's dungeon in A Pirate's Tale. So this is kind of like a tutorial video. I'm going to show you guys some tips. I do know that I took a while making this video, mainly because this dungeon is pretty much the hardest dungeon in APT, and I wanted to give you guys some actual tips so that people could actually complete it. So the first thing you might want to do is you might want to capture Stormwell Keep, just so you have that nice little passive health regen. You're going to want to bring a shield and maybe some potions like a plus 50 HP and just a bunch of health potions, etc. So the first thing I do once I get over to the dungeon, which is right here on the map, kind of right here, I actually don't go inside. I take a left here and I climb up this mountain. I'm going to show you guys, basically, there's a way to skip half this dungeon straight off the bat, and you just follow what I'm doing. Basically, you go on the left-hand mountain or whatever, and then you just climb up this really big mountain. Make sure you take your time with this, because those flames will kill you if you are too fast. So there we go, just like that, guys. We just skipped half the entire Ashland's dungeon. So we're just going to wait for these geysers to come off here. Alright, now we're going to keep going. Usually I just like go on the rocks at this point and then jump down and then immediately pull out my shield and hold R, because these guys will hurt you. You will die more than likely if you don't bring a shield with you. So usually I just keep going. You're going to want to hold your shield and keep waiting. There we go. And just keep moving forward. There we go, and now we're past those guys. Usually what I do once I pass those guys is I just pull out my potion, and I'll take a swig of it just to get my health back. Alright, so now we are back at full health and we are past those guys. Actually, what I do from here, I go on the rocks once again. Make sure you don't go too high up, and you might fall, so be careful, like I just fell. So now we're at this part. Now I'm just going to continue going on the little platforms. These platforms do break, as you guys can obviously see. So you're going to want to go pretty fast, but not too fast. Just fast enough that you don't fall off. Alright, so now we're back at this part. I think I can actually go on the rocks for this one as well, just like this. Which is really nice, so you could skip dying or skip having to do the platforms, etc. Alright, so now we're at this part. You just want to pull out your shield again. Oh, rip and pepperoni. I'm not sure what really happened there. Alright guys, we're back at this part now. I'm just going to wait for this geyser. You probably will die once or twice, because like I said, this is the hardest dungeon in the game currently. But now we're just back at this part, and we're going to go on the rocks just like we did last time. Just so that we don't really have to deal with the geysers or anything. I'm not sure why I died last time. It might have been because I was too high on the rocks or something. So this time I'll actually just stop here. Make sure you pull out your shield like usual. Just go right back on the rocks, honestly. I mean, you really don't need to do like any of the platforms, or a little. You have to do some of it, but not too much. Oh god. Alright. Oh god, we're back on the platforms. Alright, we're fine. So we're just gonna keep going here. We're actually almost at the very end here. Oh god, these things, dude. Why won't it turn off? There we go. Alright, so now we passed all that part, and we're gonna keep going here. Now, usually I just go past this guy. You don't really need to fight him, because it's kind of just a time waste to fight him. So I just walk right past him. And then we're gonna go down the path here, and we're actually going to find all these geysers. This is probably one of the most difficult parts. You really need to take your time on these or you will die. As long as you take your time, you should be fine. But yeah, you're just going to want to keep going downwards while waiting for the geysers. I do recommend you bring a lamp. If you cannot get a lamp, because I know it's like Robux, just bring like at least like, what do you call it, a torch. Because that way you can at least see the geysers, so you don't have to kind of run in blind. Because you probably will die if you run in blind. Remember, we're going to keep going here. Just gonna stop here in between these two. But yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, this dungeon used to be really hard until I found out all these cheese methods. And now that I found out how to like cheese the entire dungeon, is like not that hard, to be honest with you. The worst part is probably the boss area. You're gonna want to bring people with you, because you will have a hard time doing the boss. I don't even know if it's soloable. I don't think you can solo it. You're definitely going to want to bring at least like 3 friends with you. That way you can guaranteed do it. Just going to wait for this geyser here. There we go. Like I said, guys, this is probably the most hardest part or most difficult, because all you really honestly need to do is just take your time, and a lot of people just like to rush through this, which ends up them dying. Right, so these two went off at the same time, so we could actually go right after they turn off. Oh shit, oh that was really close, we almost died there. Alright, we didn't, we're fine. Just wait for this one to turn off like that. Gonna get him kind of like between them and keep moving forward. Make sure you do not get hit by any of these at all, because if you do, they're one shot and you will definitely die. They're not like the other ones where you like only take a little bit of damage, or like 30% or something. If you get touched at all by these, you just instantly die. So you really have to be careful not to get touched by these, or you will definitely die. Alright, now we are at this part. Just one more geyser and then we should be good to go. Okay, just wait for it to turn off, and there we go. We are actually at the boss room. So I'm just gonna cut it now, just so that you guys can kind of see the boss. Actually, I'll go in. Alright, there we go. So now we're actually in the boss room. This is kind of the new boss room. They did change it around. They kind of made it so like there's all these skeletons. I think these skeletons are messed up at the moment. I'm not too sure. But usually you have to bring people to fight the skeletons. Then you just come see the boss right here. I do recommend you bring like an arbiter sword or something useful. Usually if you have like a couple friends, you should have one friend with a shield that just keeps taking all the hits while you just kill the boss. Alright, we're going to drink our potion here. Just because I don't want to die. See, I'll kind of do it. Like, I'm going to hold out my shield and just take all the damage on the boss so that this guy can just straight up kill the boss. Yeah, this dungeon is pretty glitchy at the moment. Hopefully they fix it, and they probably will fix that little skip half the dungeon that I shown you guys. But I mean, hopefully you guys can put it to use while it's still available to be used. Alright, we need to take the damage off this boss. There we go. This boss does take a while to kill. It does have a huge amount of health. So, I mean, you should really bring more people, especially if you want to do this somewhat fast. Unless you're, like, willing to sit here for 10 minutes. But you should definitely bring at least one other person with you just to take the boss's hits with a shield. What's the boss? Is the boss even taking damage? I think it is. I think so. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut it because you guys kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna cut it to where the boss is like almost dead, so you don't have to sit here and watch me fight the boss for 5 minutes. Alright guys, we're back here. So apparently currently the HP for the boss is broken, like just the bar. You can actually kill it, you just won't see how much health the boss is at. But you just need to be careful because this thing will knock you back. If you see, like, it kind of has this little knockback attack where it knocks you backwards, and it can actually knock you into the lava, which will end up with you dying. So just be a little bit careful when you actually do this dungeon. Like I said, this dungeon is really glitchy at the moment. Hopefully they do fix some stuff with it. Like, I think like all the mobs around it are broken, and like the HP bar of the boss is broken. He still takes damage, but you just can't see how much damage he's actually taking. So just make sure you, like I said, bring a guy with a shield, and then have the other guy actually attack the boss. This is really painful though, because it'd be really nice to like know what the actual HP is. Alright, there we go, the boss actually died. I guess you know it dies when it's just standing still and no longer attacking. So now we just go grab the chest just like this, and that is pretty much it for the Ashland dungeon, guys. Hopefully I gave you guys some really good tips that you can use. I'm not really sure why the dungeons is broken as it is at the moment, but I mean at the same time it's pretty easy to farm, especially since all these glitches. But yeah guys, I'm ABC, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I will be making a tutorial on the Megalodon shark, and also I am going to be putting my Pirate's Tale private server in the description of this video, just so if you guys need a private server, or if you want to play with me one time, or whenever I'm like on my private server, you guys can do that. But yeah guys, once again, it's ABC, and I'm gonna see you guys later.